Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the Abrahams. I'm Ayomide Toby Abraham.
And I am Toby Abraham.
Yeah, good to have you guys again today. Today we'll be treating a very interesting topic. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new here, welcome to the Abrahams family. We love you, thank you. Make sure to engage our videos, watch previous videos, like, comment, share, ask your questions. So babe, what are we doing today?
Today is a very good day. We're doing great things, Okay, but it's usually shocking when people say, why is shocking or it's to be, it's supposed to be exciting. I'm still trying to find out, but I'm sure we'll find out at the end of this video. So, when you say, don't marry, this is relationship-wise now. Don't marry a materialistic, this is Nigerian society. Usually in the African society, so they're like, don't marry a lady who is materialistic. Because
even church,
church like that. Society, African society, including the church. So if you don't marry a lady that is materialistic, she's going to be your ruin. Make money, she's going to spend everything up. All that she's concerned about with materials. She's not going to be serious about building a family. She's not going to be. There's so much said about that. So what we're tackling today is it true? If yes, does there exist a balance to it, or is it a lie? I, for one, don't. Anyway, we'll share our opinions on that. I know opinions are averse to it, but we want to bring a balance to it today. Now, what is it about materialism in relationship, in marriage? Is it correct? Is there a particular measure that is too much, or is it something that I think enough introduction on that? So let's dive straight into the topic.
All right. Okay. So babe, just like you said, we've been admonished a lot of time. Don't marry a materialistic woman, lest she gives you high blood pressure.
I love that.
And she's never satisfied. So what is the balance? So what does how do I put it now? So if you're not marrying a materialistic woman, what kind of woman then should you marry as regards that, that topic? What kind of woman? Should you just marry a woman who, since they say you should not marry a materialistic woman, a woman who doesn't care about, let me shall wake up and let me shall sleep, let me shall have one tiny roof over my head, whether it's mud house, whether it's bamboo. Sorry, if you don't know bamboo, I think bamboo is general. Yeah, whether it's a house of built with bamboo.
Thatch roof.
Exactly.
Front roof.
For as long as Alemadu even if you don't get house, you get place to sleep.
Yeah.
So is that the kind of woman?
I have to say this. My wife loves, or let me not say loves, because let's be guided. Adekunle Gold. She likes Adekunle Gold very much. Yes. But each time they're playing that song, she frowns her face and is like, which kind of foolish thing is that?
What is the meaning of it? Sorry guys, if you don't understand Yoruba. The lyrics of the song says, we might not have house, we might not have money, we might not have anything, but we have peace. What kind of peace do you have?
With the peace.
You don't have house, you don't have money.
My dear.
Anyway,
I just use that as an intro because that's what that song says. But the person that even sang that song said that's not it. That's not the situation.
What Simi sang? I go Morocco, I go travel go Mexico.
Which money will she use to travel go there? You must be joking.
You didn't think they used to travel to Morocco and Mexico?
Have you wash plane? Wash plane so that they can give you free passage. Anyway, back to what we're saying. Having been married for a couple of times, and this is for guys, but again, ladies should you have a lot to learn from this as well. Having been married for a couple of for a while now, I can see that it's actually very important to marry. When I say lady that's materialistic, it's actually important to marry a lady who is not satisfied with what you have presently or what we have presently. The fact that you guys don't have, maybe you don't have so much right now, is valid, okay. But sitting down without what we have right now, let's manage this one. It will be enough for us. We'll keep managing. Okay, I have 100,000. We'll keep managing it in the bank until finish it, then I'll go and get another 100, and then we'll keep managing it. No, you need a woman who can keep pushing you. For instance, before I start going into examples, let me just cite a few things. So, instance, your wife or your relation, your what is it now? Your partner, your wife to be. Sorry, it's relationship.
English.
Your wife to
English
be
is hard.
says that look, I think we should go to the. Okay, we even went to a partners, a couple's this thing last week now. That one guy says his wife loves going out.
Oh yeah.
And what he does the. Is it debit or credit?
She's the one that likes going out. She's the one that pulls me out.
Savings
but the one that answers savings or current.
See, you cannot overemphasize. It sounds like a lot. It sounds and it feels like a lot. But in all honesty, the fact that you have someone like that, it keeps pushing you as a man to be better. It keeps pushing you beyond your position of comfort. Now there are some men, the honest truth, there are some men that are actually driven. They want to achieve a lot, they want to get here, they want to get there, they want to get here. Usually those men will not secretly marry a woman that is that driven like that shares that kind of drive. And there are some men that they are comfortable and they're like, look, we can still manage this for now. We can still manage this for now. A lady, if you come into the life as a lady, if you come into the life of a man as a lady in any case, his life should actually go up. His life should ascend, that is, upgrade from level to level. That at this point, when we got married, this is what he was. This was his account balance. This was his property. This thing. At this point again, has it come up? Are you comfortable with what he has presently? Are you comfortable with what he has part time as a lady? Because that will determine whether that man goes up or not. So that materialism that they said may not necessarily be correct when they say don't marry a materialistic woman. Marry a woman that knows her onions. She wants her jewelries. She wants to travel. They always want to travel to Seychelles or some other place to Dubai. They want to travel. They want the latest jewelry. They want the latest iPhone 13. They want that. It's cool. Actually, there's nothing wrong with it. However, I think I should leave that other balance aspect to you. But I'm saying now that a man's drive is largely dependent on the woman's drive as well. Does she want more? Now that wanting more is not just a situation or a case of she wants to eat, or she wants to do this eat, or she wants to do this watch Telemundo or watch Netflix, she wants subscription, no. That thing that she has drives you to be better, drives you to make more money for the house. When you now make that more money, you now say, okay, go and let's go and buy this land somewhere. Let's go and buy this thing somewhere. All of that wasn't usually good women. I thank God for my wife. Good women, they want you to make money. They want you to make money. And it will be as if
Don't make my story.
it will be as if in your mind it will be paying you that all you want, all you know is money. All you know is money. I said it the other day that okay, it was one of our videos. When I said that someone once asked me that what are the 3 love languages of a woman? I said number 1, money. Number 2, money.
You're not serious, babe.
Number 3, money. Love language, money.
You're not serious.
Once there's money, everything is okay.
Babe, that's not true.
Why are we now talking about materialism?
No, bring the balance.
Once there's money, everything is okay.
No, bring the balance.
Now, the balance is when you have a good wife. It will be as if she wants you to make money so that you people can go to cinema all the time and go to Dubai. But when you bring the money, she will now tell you that she saw one property in one place. That's actually a good guy. Why don't you consider? Or you saw one business opportunity or one business proposal. Why don't you do it like this? So that you can make more. And you'll be like, Chibi, you said you wanted to go to Dubai. I've made the money. Let's go to Dubai. I said, wait. Before we go to Dubai, why don't you invest in this place first? Why don't you invest? So you have a good woman in your life that can help you bring that balance to the money. So most of the time, while it feels as though the materialistic woman Now there are different kind of materialistic woman. That's why I said the materialistic woman who is a good woman, who is a wise woman.
Materialistic woman. I think that
well, materialistic in the sense that she seems to. Of course, if you make money, say the husband did not buy something for you. You crave it now. So you're passing this thing. You say, look at that gown. Husband, look at that gown. Husband, man, look at that gown. Look at it. Don't carry it. Look at that gown. I like that gown. I want that gown. So you still get to buy stuff for her. You still get to take her out. You still get to, no matter what she says, I don't want like that. They still want it. They still want it. They still love it. However, there are some women who are content, like that song says. They are content with what the husband has now. They are content with anything, whether it goes up or it goes down. I don't even think whether it goes up, but it usually not go up if there's no pressure.
There's no drive.
If there's no removal of that comfort from the zone. If there's no removal, it will not go up. The finances, the man's life will not go up. So, men, I think I've said a lot on this. Before I continue, I love you.
Okay, guys, don't get us wrong. If you're watching this video, make sure to watch to the end. I think we'll just put that in the.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be in this video while you're watching from the beginning. That make sure you watch to the end. Now, what we are saying is this: it is true that you shouldn't marry a materialistic woman. A woman who just wants everything. Some people have an unsatiable desire for money. It's not just because they need it. They just have this uncertainty. They are never satisfied. Just like the topic that was treated in church last Sunday. They are never satisfied. They just want more. Even when they don't have need for it. And many of them have this unhealthy competition. So they're like, they are using the iPhone 11 for instance. That is still very good, very okay. My friend just bought the iPhone 13. I must go buy my own too. I must, that kind of thing. They're using a very beautiful, maybe Lexus car. Say no, my friend's husband just bought a Benz. And me too. I must change my Benz. If you marry that kind of woman, there's a possibility that high blood pressure will not be far from you because. So while it is important to marry a woman who is peaceful, who is contented, yes, it's very true. Marry a woman who is contented. However, the balance that my husband has been trying to bring since is. Don't marry a woman who is laid back. She's just okay with anything. In as much as you shouldn't marry a woman who is materialistic, don't also marry a woman who doesn't have a benchmark. A woman should have a benchmark for what her family should look like, for what her husband should look like, for the kind of life that she wants. She should be able to say, no, we cannot cross this line. And such women will not just sit down and fold their hands. They do. If it takes them in a place of prayer to, push you and say, God, show my husband favor, this and that, or if it is in their work, the work they do, they would also, you will also see the efforts that they are also making. And if, for instance, maybe they are home, maybe they are stay-at-home moms, who just take care of the kids, even if they are taking care of the kids, you still see that drive in them. So if maybe they are just taking care of the kids, they are still at home and they are watching a TV and they saw something on TV, you can come up from work and they tell you, my husband, they showed so real estate this thing on TV. It's going to be what this and this. So that means you would have to, you as a man, you have, at the moment they are telling, just like my husband said, you might not like it. But something you'll notice is that after 10 years, you discover that the acceleration of your life is quite faster than many of your other colleague who married women who are just there. In one of my write-up, I gave an example. I said, you have peace definitely with a woman who is just there, who doesn't really care whether she doesn't care. You would have peace with her. But until you look back and 15 years later, you and 5 children have been living in just one bedroom apartment for the last 15 years because she's not complaining. No drive. No, she's not asking my husband, we should do more. By the end of this year, we should have been able to go to our own house. By the end of this year, we should have been able to change apartments. By the end of this year, we should have relocated to another community that is better than here. You get that kind of a thing. And my husband, let's go and price this land. I know we don't have the money now, but let's just have the idea. Those are the kinds of things that, whether you like it or not, it begins to program the subconscious mind of the man to know that, I want to do more.
Yeah, I have to do more.
And please, guys, don't bring that debate of I see only the man that should now be doing. That's not what we're talking about here. Please just calm down.
You've even said
Don't
that
bring that,
even if
please.
it's not a stay-at-home mom,
Exactly.
in her own way, she will
Exactly.
still find something to bring to the table.
Of course. So as the man, as the head of the as the head of the family, because we are Christians and we believe that pattern, as the head of the family. So the man, that drive, so the man can tell you that 5 years ago, when I married my wife, my apartment was empty. But today my apartment is not only full, we've changed house, we've moved from so to a so community. I've been able to, maybe it's a musician for instance, or maybe it's a music minister like my husband for instance. I've been able to, my husband released his first single just while we were planning for our wedding.
Yes.
We had a lot of expenses. I mean, we wanted to get our house, we were planning for the wedding, a whole lot of things. Even his first personally owned keyboard was bought during that time.
Yes.
And he told me, and I kept telling, babe, that's fine. Why? It's just good. Do it. And when he wanted to, I'm very passionate about my husband's music ministry. He knows that. I'm very, very passionate about it. So, as in very passionate about it. So I encourage him, babe, why don't you? In fact, for our wedding, my husband had for the first time a worship concert called Incense.
Oh, yes.
Just before our wedding. Because I encouraged him, like, babe, you can do this, let's do this. As, you should not be a woman, not just a woman. You do. Do. You have peace, but hey, you also need progress in this life, and particularly between the relationship that exists between husband and wife. I think that the topic is for you, babe. Let me talk too much.
That as much as men should not marry women who are laid back, women too should be. Well, they can marry. They can marry, but what I'm trying to say is that women should also be sure that the person they are married has. Don't even marry a man that's laid back. That is a drive that is either equal to yours or is more than yours.
Yes, don't marry a man that is laid back. I think if you watch our previous video, I said something about it.
So that's very important because you need your husband. There are times when the chips will be down for you sometimes as a lady, and you need encouragement, or you need someone to go out of their way to get something done for you.
True.
At that point in time, a laid back man was just like, why don't you just leave it? Why don't you just leave it? Why don't you just leave it? Or why don't you just leave it? And before you know, so much time has gone beyond you, and you've not even done anything. And I am I stand greatly for women who are responsible, who take things into their hands, who get things done, who become great in society, who become so that's very key. So your husband must be able to, don't just see yourself as a woman who sits at home and all you just want to do is just be at home and be watching television from morning to night, or be on Netflix, Instagram, and all of those social media. Social media is good, but you better make sure that you are creating content for social media as well. Otherwise, you just be consuming content. All you just do is consume, and you spend your lifetime consuming content, not creating anything, and not being of any value to anybody. So as a woman, you should get up. And sometimes when you don't feel like getting up. Yesterday, we wanted to make food, and babe was not so keen on getting up. We are hungry. She herself was hungry, but she don't please stand up. Babe, how far now? So I just had to, get dressed and go out. There was one particular, I think it's probably because of that she didn't want to get up. There was a particular ingredient she needed that we needed to go outside to go and buy. And I think she was very, very, very reluctant to get up and go and buy it.
That's true.
So I just had to wear my dress and say, babe, the preliminaries that you need to do before this ingredient is ready, I'm going to do it, at least I'm helping you with this one. So that's a way to just push her to ensure that she gets up. And I do that for her regularly, whatever I need to do. So marrying someone whose drive is either equal to yours or more than yours. It's very important. Don't marry someone whose drive is lower than yours. Someone who just feels life is okay, and whatever comes in life, we'll take it. We'll come. We go. How do they say?
They say we don't take anything out of the word, and
we won't take anything out of it.
It's true too, but also make effort to make your life better. Don't be that woman that takes any. Some women can take any and everything. It's not a fruit of the spirit to take anything. It's true. Why the Bible says we should be gentle, meek, and everything? It doesn't mean you should take anything. And for some women, this even extends into how they treat their children, how they allow other people to treat them. They are just laid back. Anybody can throw anything at them. Anybody.
Interestingly, he does struck a note now. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
How they treat their children. I just realized now you said that's actually a key reason why children turn out the way they are today. Because parents, either parents or not, that you usually are with the children, are like, that's just the way the boy is, you just leave him. That's the way
It's true. You're very right.
I feel like
It's true.
that same drive that is not keen on letting the boy be better, letting the boy learn a lot of things, discipline and all of that.
The boy grow up and just become
something else.
Irresponsible. You know, I told you the story of my little nephew now. My nephew in Yoluba. One time he brought the results and the result wasn't as good as the last one. And his mom said, what is it? I cannot even begin to say the things that his mom did to him in this place. And of course, all of us, his aunties, we're all the second mom. Of course, we're very close to my elder sister's son. We are very, very close to him. And we came and said, what kind of a result is this? If they born you when, you know, that kind of... Anyway, that's just a joke. But what am I saying in essence? That by the next term, he moved from that, was in a 5th or 6th position that I brought there. And I was now second position with just a very little margin with the person that was first position. But at the same time, what if his mom had just been laid back and said, okay, your result is 15th position. At least somebody have 16th. Just go and sleep. You know, that laid back attitude would flow to the guy, and the boy would not understand that in life there has to be drive. You have to, you know, there are things that you have to set your heart to achieving, and there are things that you have to do to achieve that. You know, at that time, my younger sister, when he was there, he would, if he has exams, she would tutor him, do this and this, recite your French poem, this and that, you know, all of those other things. You know, it's the same thing, it applies. So you're very right, babe. So women who are laid back, they also affect their children. So they give birth to children that are not intelligent. Not because those children cannot be better. Yeah. It's not because naturally that's just the level of their intelligence. It's just because growing up they did not really have any mother or father to, you know,
forced to push them,
drive,
to motivate them, to incite them to be better. So people, I almost said people. That's the balance we're bringing to this issue of materialism. It's good. When I say it's good to be materialistic, it just means that it's good to have someone who has what it takes to drive you, and usually that will come from, I need money, I want this, I want to go and live in Lekki, I want to go and live. I remember when we started, Aviv was like, let's go to Lekki, let's go to Enterprise.
At least let's have the idea of what else is in this kind of community. It's like yes. So
I was like, look, do you have the money to? She said,
let's go first.
I said, okay, because I don't know the money that I save somewhere that I want to go and live. But guess what? In my unconscious mind, I'm like, okay, look, someday we're going to live here.
And of course, we actually even saw that the money were not something too big that we can't make. It wasn't like we could not have, you know, we just decided that, okay, let's just keep this kind of money because of the expenses. So in the near future, if we want to move there, for instance, we have an idea and we know that, okay, this is within our budget, you know.
So that kind of a thing. All right, fam, it is at this juncture. Now, you have something else to say?
No.
Why are you blushing?
No.
Is there something you want to say to me?
Go away, Joe.
There's something you want to say to me?
What do I want to say?
Say. Okay. No.
Money, I need money.
Money? Oh my god. Alright, so fam, I'm sure we've been able to communicate. If you have questions or you're worried or you're confused, you need clarification about anything we've said, please leave a question in the comment section or send a message, a private, direct message to our email, and then we'll reply directly. Don't take it out of context. We listen to the end. I'm sure that you listened to it and you got all that was said.
Because my dear, are you now saying It is not you that will tell me what to do. Alright guys, so now we've come to the end of the video today. Do have a nice day. We are
The
the Abrams.